Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. And what you just saw was the Leicester City players celebrating winning the league. I can't shout too much because I've got people around me, but woo, what an achievement. Good on the boys. So people that don't know, I am from Leicestershire in England, and yeah, the story, it's hard to put into words, but yeah, Leicester City winning the league, you couldn't think of it. 5,000 to 1 odds at the start of the season. You know, it was 10 times more likely that Simon Cowell would be the UK Prime Minister than Leicester win the English Premiership. It probably tells you all you need to know. But to celebrate, 2.5 weeks ago, I made a beer at the Twisted Hop brewery called 5,000 to 1, which is an English IPA, which will be launched on the last day of the Premiership, which is not this weekend, it's the weekend after. It's launched on the 15th of May, the Twisted Hop in Woolston. So if you're in Christchurch, get down there, come and have a drink, say hello. The beer, like I said, is English IPA. We used some of the malts and hops are like more of the non-traditional and the not so famous ones. So we're using Liberty and Willamette and a little bit of Southern Cross. And some of the malts, like brown malt, don't get used a lot in the craft industry. So yeah, hopefully it all comes together with a nice sort of spicy English tasting IPA. So I'm super looking forward to that. Yeah, there's not been much work being done in the shop the last couple of days. Just keep watching different things about the city and how it all went down. I even, for about, I think it was probably 5-6 months, in, what have it been, 2000, no, maybe 98, 99, something like that, around there. I worked at Leicester City, in their restaurant at the Old Ground at Filbert Street. So, yeah, to see where they've come from, and what they've achieved this season is just remarkable. No one would have thought it. So, cheers again to the boys. So this is still undercarved, it's still pretty fresh. This is my chair. It was one of the Mangrove Jack's recipe kits for the Grainfather that came with the Grainfather we bought into the shop, and as we don't retail those, I thought I'd use it myself. So yeah, I don't know, at the moment it's a bit underwhelming on the hop front, aromatically, I'm not sure why. Plenty of hops went into it. Message. And it tastes a bit flabby. Yeah, it's got a nice hop character in the taste. Slightly sharp on the bitterness at the moment, but that will probably ease a bit over the next week or so. And I think there's still a wee bit of crap in it. I added gelatin when I caked it. So the first few pints, couple of pints maybe, just a bit cloudy. But it's alright. It's drinkable. This week, well yeah, this week, I've been bottling up. So I bottled up some of my Bretted stuff that I've done. And I bottled up my Imperial Oyster Stout thing, which was tasting pretty good. I mean, it's quite bitter at the moment, but I've done that because it's going to be aged at least a year before probably I'll start drinking it. So in that time, the IBUs tend to drop out of beers over time. So by the time I get to actually drinking it, the bitterness levels should still be right, and it won't end up being a bit too sweet. But it finished at 10.21, which is great. So it dropped down from, once you added the molasses in, probably a starting gravity of about 1087. So I think it ended up at about 9%-ish, 9.1. So, look, yeah, I think it will be good in a year or so's time with a bit of aging. And then I've still got plenty of bits around the shop that I've got to bottle before we move out, if we move out. Still no bids or on the shop. So if anyone out there is watching this and wants their own homebrew shop, come buy this one. And yeah, and then at the start of this week I brewed my entry for the rye beer comp, for the homebrew comp, for the homebrew club. So that was it's my quarter beer recipe. So it's quarter pilsner, quarter ale. I say a quarter, it's equal parts of ale, pilsner, rye and wheat, and then some acidulated malt to just drop the pH down into the right area. So 4% acidulated malt, the rest of those 4 malts. And then it was all El Dorado, just real, lot late additions. I think I had 1 gram at 60 minutes. And then there was 30 grams with 10 minutes to go, 30 grams at flame out with, I think it was 20 grams of Roaka, and then we'll have probably a good 50-60 gram dry hop of El Dorado on top of it. So hopefully that one comes out right. And we're using one of the new Magro Jacks yeast, the M1241 California Common. So the California Lager yeast, which is a clean fermenting ale yeast. And so it's sat at 18 degrees now. It's just happily ticking away, which is awesome. But talking of the homebrew club, on Sunday we had the inaugural event to sort of launch it. So we're starting it as more of a pay as a membership thing, so we can do a few more events where we can start to do bigger things that cost a bit of money, or subsidise things, or like we're doing a pallet training thing over the next couple of months. So being able to buy those things in and people not having to spend too much on it. So hopefully it'll be really good. We had like 35 people turn up, which was awesome. I didn't think we'd get that many. So thank you to everyone that turned up. It was quite good to see something that started 4 years ago, coming down to this and a bit more interaction with the members and the committee and stuff. So cheers to that. Hopefully at this point I'll be able to show you a montage of pictures, because we had someone there taking photos, but unfortunately I was just so busy I never got around to doing any camera work. But thank you to the guys at Two Thumbs that let us come down and get some work off them. And I'm interested to see what everyone has then done to it afterwards. So we'll see, I guess. So hopefully that's it from me from this week. And then, enjoy having a look at the pictures. And if I don't see you, I'll see you next Wednesday. Cheers, everyone.